Way up in the north woods and deep in the dark pine that blacken the mountains of the Cascade Range, they still tell the tales of an Indian legend. Sasquatch is the legend, Bigfoot is the name. The Indians claim he's the missing link that fits in the gap of the evolution chain. You can make your mind up when you've heard the story. Sasquatch is the story, Bigfoot is the name. You can ride from Canada to Northern California, all up and down the Cascade Range. But if you go alone, friend, I'm here to warn you. Look out for the thing with a Bigfoot name. Look out for the thing with a Bigfoot name. From out of the Yakima Indian Reservation, a young cowboy and an Indian came to hunt in the mountains of Northern California.
It's Monday night, it's 9 o'clock, and that means it's time for Cheap Thrills Theater. Last week, our short was a little thing about rubber called, was it Something About Rubber? What was the name of the fucking short? Speaking of Rubber. So, we're going to finish Speaking of Rubber, and then we're going to move on to tonight's feature, which is all about, well, we'll talk about it after the short. So let me go ahead and get this set up here. Bam, bam, curtains thing. Yeah, here we go with the second half of the fucking rubber short.
Gets pressed into 75-pound bales ready to be made into a lot of things. You know, synthetic rubber's a kind of, well, it's a sort of American production miracle. 1942, the enemy had most of our rubber trees. During the war, you need rubber. A big business and the government got together, developed synthetic rubber, built a whole new industry. Synthetic rubber, built a whole new industry. Something that ordinarily would have taken 20 years. Did it in 2 years.
Wow, they worked fast.
I had to. You need a lot of rubber during a war. One of the most necessary things there is.
Gramp, if you hold that egg any longer, it's gonna hatch. What's that? What are you gonna do, Gramp?
No, I guess your grandmother wouldn't approve. Let's go in the kitchen.
For what? For what? I don't get it.
Yeah, this is much better.
What goes on?
Now, just put those bottles on the table and stand over here. Now get ready. Now catch. No, Jimmy. Get back. Get back. Now you ready, Jimmy? Now catch.
Hey! can I,
Sure, go ahead. Go on, get back there and throw it. Now, get back there.
okay?
Right.
Hey! The egg didn't break on the rubber, it bounced.
Well, I told you it was springy.
I'll say. What kind of rubber is it?
Cellular rubber. It's a new kind of rubber with nitrogen blowing into it. Makes it absorb shocks. May save lives in accidents.
Oh, brother. What won't they think of next?
Well, Jimmy, they keep thinking of lots of things because rubber by itself isn't of much use. Just like flour, if by itself wouldn't bake you a cake, rubber by itself wouldn't make you a useful rubber product. Take a bale of natural rubber, for instance. First thing you know, sort a giant meat grinder chews the rubber, softens it, gets it ready for processing. Different rubber products have different recipes, but they all start out the same way. Got to be mixed. One way is to put the rubber and the chemical compounds into a Banbury mixer. Or you squeeze the ingredients in a rubber mill till the rubber's smooth and even.
Beats me how people think up all those machines. How they make them do, I don't know.
Well, it's like I said, people working together. Takes some people to figure out how to put the machinery to work, to manage it, make it pay off. Then other people to work the machine. And still other people to put up the money to finance the whole operation. I own a few shares of stock myself. What's the matter?
Oh, well, you said something. Well, I don't know, I just never thought of rubber being made like a cake.
Sure, it's mixed, shaped, and baked.
Like Mom's cookies, huh?
Yeah, or Grandma's donuts.
Or tires.
Well, some people's donuts would make better tires, I grant you, but not Molly's, not your Grandma's.
Oh, Gramp. Well, tires just look like donuts, that's all.
That's right. And tires look like barrels.
Barrels?
Kind of a peculiar idea, tire looking like a barrel? But it does. Yes, it does, that is, before it's baked. I was kind of surprised the first time I ever found it out. Went up to visit one of the company's tire plants. I saw my first barrel tire. Tires are built up layer by layer, using sheets of prepared rubber with cords inside. Cords come from textile mills. That's how rubber companies got into the textile business. There's a tremendous amount of work to be done before they start putting the actual tire together. They have to coat the cords with latex. Then they squeeze a coating of rubber over the cords. Then they put the barrel tire into a machine that shapes it and vulcanizes it, all in one operation. Most rubber goods have to be vulcanized to give them their permanent shape. There she was, looking like a donut, or a tire.
Okay. I can understand about tires all right, but boots and shoes. Well, how do you bake a rubber boot?
Well, first you got to build it. A lot of pieces fitted, stuck together on a last. Now, imagine something like This tired old foot of mine. Then they put all the boots in a big oven, heat 'em, cure 'em.
And then when they cool down, we wear them.
Oh, not quite so fast as that. Rubber products, all kind, get a good going over before any of us get to use them. That's so the public will get good stuff. Inspection goes on all the time. And besides inspection, there's testing.
Well, what's the difference?
Plenty. Take what they do with tires. They pick a few right out of the factory. They wear them out on big testing wheels. They drive them thousands of miles on good roads and bad roads and no roads. They cut them up and see what happened inside. They do this with regular tires and with new designs before the public gets them. Suppose they want to know just how good a new anti-skid tire is. They fix up a section of road with slippery stuff like soap suds. Put the new tires on one of 2 test cars and jam on the brakes when they hit the slippery spot. Then they're sure they've got something the public can trust.
Whew, too much trouble.
Not for the company. Stuff they make's gotta be good. Gotta give service. People use a lot of rubber nowadays. Walking, sitting, riding, playing, working, sleeping. The average person in the United States, let me see now, around 1910 when I started in the business, the average person used 1 pound of rubber a year. Today, the average person in this country uses over 15 pounds of rubber a year.
All that rubber, for what?
For what? Jimmy, rubber's so much part of our life that people don't realize how useful it is to us. How many ways it can help us. Open that door. What do you see around the edges?
Rubber.
Look at your shoes.
Rubber. Look at your shoes.
Rubber.
Look at the table and the chairs. It's everywhere.
Sure is. Look over there at the plugs and the cord running into the electric mixer. Probably a few rubber parts in the mixer, too. Little ordinary sink stopper. Lots of things. Rubber products in the bathroom, for instance. Rubber bath mats, hot water bottles, top of a little eyedropper. Find a lot of rubber products around the living room, too. Rubber in the electric cord to protect you from electricity. A lot of rubber in the radio or television set. Under a rug, too. Plenty of rubber over in the hospital. Gloves, pads, masks, tubes, and so on. Besides tires. Average car has about 350 different rubber parts. They're even making roads out of rubber these days. Yeah, rubber helps us relax, have fun. You'll find rubber in lots of places. On a farm. Rubber is used plenty in all kinds of factories. Rubber conveyor belts carry raw materials and finished products. And rubber packing keeps steam and water and chemicals from leaking out. Rubber hoses are mighty important in industry. And lots of other places too. Seems you got to defend yourself nowadays if you're going to stay free. The modern army moves on rubber. Yep, rubber is needed in every branch of the service. For boots, shoes, raincoats, tires for jeeps, trucks, landing craft. Airplanes need tires too. And a lot of other rubber parts like bullets sealing fuel cells.
Wow, boy. I knew they made tires and shoes and football bladders, but all those other things, I never think of them.
That was only a few of them.
Rubber business must be big.
Jimmy, if you do your job honestly and make good stuff for your customers, run your business right, treat your own people right, you can't help going big. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in America, that's the way it is. It's a big country. It's a free country. Big business and free business seems to be the natural thing. Seems to be the right thing.
Well, they sure turn out a lot of things. Everywhere you need it, there's rubber.
Yes, Jimmy, and where there's rubber, you'll always find a scientist mixing chemicals, workmen mixing and molding, making 30,000 different rubber products. People working rubber so rubber can work for people. Think 2 of these things will hold you till supper?
Well, Gramp, supper's a whole hour away.
Well, there he goes, pushing his rubber shoes on his rubber pedals, pumping his rubber wheels through his rubber town. Guess he learned a little about rubber today. Tomorrow he'll learn a little about some other thing from somebody else. And that's the way he'll grow up, a little at a time, nice and easy. Because in this town, in this whole country, we got a thing called freedom. We don't think about it all the time or talk about it much, but we believe in it and we fight for it when we have to. Because it's just about the most important thing there is. Yes, sir. Guess everybody's got his own particular reason for wanting to keep it this way.
Oh, shit. Rubber, 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 rubber. How much fucking rubber can we possibly fit into one short? Alright, so next up, we have a movie from 1970 called Bigfoot. And it's going to be fun. I love the tagline for this. Breeds with anything. Just okay. It's great. The most realistic, horrifying film ever. I'm sure it will be horrifying. Realistic, however, I'm sort of doubting. But yeah, this poster is just, it just gets better the further you move up it. The greatest monster since King Kong by completely real newspaper The Post. I also have the VHS box. Yeah. Has a 150-year-old legend come true? It's got a lot of the same taglines, but we get to see a little bit of our protagonists. And let me see here. I think this is a different, bigger version of the same mural from the other poster. Let me get in here a little bit. But yeah, if there's not a scene in this movie where someone gets knocked off a motorcycle, I'm not going to be surprised, but I will be disappointed. And yeah, so that's Bigfoot in color. And let me get that going here, and we'll get down on some Bigfoot.
Howard, 65046. Ready to go. Roger.
I hope to never. Jasper, when are you going to shoot this thing, put it out of its misery?
Oh, now, Briggs, you shouldn't talk like that. This faithful old beast of burden's got plenty of miles left in her. What are you doing just sitting there? It's your turn to get the water.
As soon as I get me some money, I'm going back to Kentucky.
Just get the water and stop belly aching. Use that brand new pen. Use one of those old buckets we've been using. Don't get 'em. How can we sell 'em if you get 'em? See? Are you happy now? There's a stream right down the hill. Well, it's about time, hey? It's only half full.
It's enough to get us on down the road, Peace. Listen, why don't you hurry it up? I don't like it up here at all.
What's eating you?
There's something out there, Jasper. I seen big, huge footprints down by that stream like I never seen before.
Riggs, my good man, if you continue to travel with me, you'll see a lot of things you've never seen before.
Red Bluff Radio. This is Howard, 65046. Approximately 40 miles northwest of Red Bluff. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Red Bluff Radio. Howard, 65046. Approximately 40 miles northwest of Red Bluff. Mayday, Mayday. Red Bluff. Do you read me?
Say, who are all those people in Bennett's store?
I don't know, honey. Just weekend bike riders, I guess. Come on, your mother's waiting.
Okay.
Hey, you. Give that back to me.
What's the trouble,
Make
Pop?
him give that back.
We need to size up our strengths, Mike. Then pay the man for it. How much?
Well, that's a pretty good ice chest. How about $2? Jasper, where'd you get that horn fixed?
Why should I know? Works pretty good. You saw him skedaddle out of here, didn't you?
Well, let's get on inside. Looks like a good place to get rid of some of your junk.
Wouldn't be too sure, Briggs. Fella could survive in a town like this might be a pretty sharp trader. How do you do? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Jasper B. Hawks, sole proprietor of one of the few remaining traveling stores. Since you are a retailer, we're offering a handsome discount to you on any item you may care to purchase. Oh, this is my associate, Mr. Elmer Briggs.
Howdy, Elmer.
How do you do, sir?
What could I do for you, gents?
Well, before we talk any business, Mr.
Bennett.
Oh, Bennett. Well, Mr. Bennett, my associate and I would like to cool our dry throats with some good cold beer.
There's not a drop of beer in the house. That wild motorcycle outfit just left here took the last can we had.
Well, then, Mr. Bennett, we'll just have to impose upon your hospitality to substitute whatever you got in stock to quench our thirsts.
Pa, these gentlemen do look a little thirsty. Let me get them a couple of Pepsis.
Oh, that's a good girl. Fine daughter, that daughter of mine. Very fine daughter.
Ain't you coming, Rick?
You and Peggy go on. We'll, join you later.
Where are you going?
Can't you see they want to be alone?
We're not back by the time you leave. Don't worry. We'll catch up to you on the road.
You play nice, you hear?
I think I'll take a look at the bike and see why it's cutting up.
Hey, wait a minute. Be too bad if we were stuck here all alone.
Hey, now. Don't get started or we will be here all night.
All right, go ahead. Make love to your iron mistress.
place looks like an old Indian burial ground. Hey, think of the size of these graves. They must have been giants. This one looks fresh.
What are you doing?
I want to see what's in it.
Rick.
Oh, relax.
Oh. Leave it alone and let's get out of here.
Get a load of this.
Give me a beer.
Come on, Dum-Dum, cut it out, you big creep. We'll make him stop.
Hey, come on, Dum. Knock it off.
She called me a big slob.
I call you a big, dumb slob.
Ooh. Hey, why don't you cool it, man? She's always picking on me.
Throwing beer in my face.
I like the scream. She screams so nice.
A dummy, dummy, dummy.
Hey, come on. It's getting cold. Let's split.
Rick and Chris, they aren't back yet.
Now, they'll catch up with us on the road.
What if something's happened to them?
Oh, nothing's happened. Besides, Rick can take care of himself. Nice to see you again, Miss Cummins. Oh, honey, look, I've got something for you. A little present for you. All right?
Mr. Bennett, I tell you what I'll do. I got an even baker's dozen of these, and I'm plumb tired out carting them around the countryside. So I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you all 13 getaway charge you bother me for the price of 6. Now, you won't have any trouble getting rid of them, because on these rough roads, these gadgets are always wearing.
Look, I don't need this stuff. You fellows have been around here for a couple of hours, introduce your friend to me and all that sort of thing, and I liked it, but I can't use it. That's all.
Pa, I'm going to lock up the money in a safe.
Okay, honey. I'll be in shortly.
Got a phone I can use?
Yes, it's over there on the wall. Don't make it a long-distance call.
It's local. Hello? Give me the sheriff's office. Hello, Sheriff? Can you come up to... What's the name of this place?
Bennett's store. He knows where it is.
I'm at Bennett's store, Sheriff, and something terrible's happened.
Hank.
Yeah?
Another one of them preacher stories, only this one tops them all. It took off with this girl, he thinks.
Well, I don't blame that creature, if it's one of them sweet little things.
Now, what you say, I ain't denying. But do you know how many calls I get a year from people who claim they see these things? I know. Now, son, why don't you just go on home and go to bed? If your girl doesn't show up by morning, well, just give us a ring and we'll come and look things over for you.
But, Sheriff, I swear it. I'm sure it's got her. Yeah, well, I'll go up and take a look for myself. If you're what the taxpayers are paying for.
Now, you hold it, boy. I don't know who you are, and this could be one of them prank calls. But if you think you're going to get me on top of that mountain tonight on some wild goose chase, you got another thought coming.
Why don't you talk to Bennett?
Good idea. Hey, boy, put Mr. Bennett on the phone.
He wants to speak to you, Mr. Bennett.
Oh, all right. Hello, Cyrus.
What's going on up there? Is boy telling the truth?
Well, he just could be. There's been a lot of strange things going on around here lately. No, the girl's not with him now. She was with him this afternoon when he was in here, though.
Well, now, Bennett, the boy's just a little excited. I'll tell you what. Hank and I'll come up in the morning and have a look around.
Goodbye, Cyrus.
Yeah, get me 875-3401. Wheel, get back out here on the double. I need help. You won't believe this, Wheels, but a huge, strange-looking creature all covered with hair flattened me, and I can't find Chris. No, I'm not kidding. I called the sheriff, and he... Okay, you get back out here, but fast. I need a gun and a flashlight, mister. Can you tell them to me?
We're out of flashlights. We don't have much call for guns around here.
I told you there was something strange down by the creek bed, Cousin Hal. Pretty fixing story, son. I suppose you think we were born yesterday to believe a tale like that.
Are you calling me a liar, mister?
Oh, boy, don't get your pressure up. 'Tisn't every day we hear tell of a critter such as you described running off with a pretty filly.
Now, wait a minute. This might be very serious business, Mr. Hawks. I've got every reason in the world to believe this boy's telling the truth. Yes, I have, because a couple of months ago, there was a pair come up here, a young couple, on a camping trip up in these parts. They went up on top of the mountain by a beautiful lake up there. Something awful happened up there. They found the boy dead, broken neck. And the girl they never did find. Beautiful blonde, too.
Tell you what, boy. I got guns and lights out in the car. Suppose my friend Briggs here and I go along with you. Get a look-see at this varmint.
Wait a minute there, Jasper. I ain't going along with you on any wild goose chase.
Briggs, can't you understand what we got here? I heard tell of these things before. Read an article, a magazine about a month ago. Some hunters got a picture of one of them. If we could catch one of these critters, we could live high on the hog for the rest of our lives.
Look, I appreciate your help, but all I want to do is get my girl back.
We'll do that for you, all right, boy. We got another reason for joining you. Right, Briggs?
Oh, I've got to hand it to you, Jasper. You can smell a dollar sign a mile away.
Well, come on, boy. We haven't got any time to lose.
Hold it, men. You better watch your step when you go up there. Been strange doings in them mountains, especially at night.
Mr. Bennett, we aim to be careful. Whatever those things are up there, they better watch out for Jasper B. Hawks.
This is the place.
Well, I wonder what that do say. This must be one of them fern cemeteries. Can't understand a word written on that tombstone.
This is remarkable, Briggs. As a former student of archaeology, I recognize these markings as having a peculiar significance.
Here. Maybe this will convince you more.
Glory be.
Now, do you believe me?
What kind of creature is that, anyhow?
What separates them from animals and primates? They bear their own day.
Cousin Hawks, I got a feeling we better get out of here. Sooner the better.
Now, you listen to me, Briggs. You and me's gonna make a fortune out of this. There's no turning back for anything.
I want you to get something straight right now, Mr. Hawks. We came up here to get my girl. Nothing else.
Boy, maybe you ought to get something straight. You need us worse than we need you. Briggs and I, we got guns, we got lights. We aim to get that creature alive. If we find a girl there, fine, we'll get her too. I figure you ought to be mighty grateful Briggs and I came along there. See, we're businessmen. We're going to spend our time here. We aim to make it worthwhile. You understand?
What do these creatures want? They're more human than you think. I'm sure that's why they brought us here. But why? The only thing I can figure out is that they're a dying race, and they want to reproduce more of their own kind.
How horrible.
I tried to escape once, but these creatures have such an acute sense of smell and all that they can find you anywhere.
What happened to the other girl?
They took her away. I haven't seen her since.
But what are they?
They're practically subhuman, except that they still live like animals.
What do you mean?
Have you ever heard of the gap? The gap between the Neanderthal man and the human?
Like the missing link?
Exactly. Scientists say there is a missing link. Well, maybe these creatures are what they're talking about.
Have they done anything to you yet?
No. That's the odd part of it. I have the strangest feeling they're saving me for something special. But what? I don't know. But there's something they seem to fear on top of this mountain.
What could they possibly be afraid of?
Something more powerful than them, maybe.
Now stop! I just got to rest before we get to that stream.
You blame fool, Briggs. Haven't you got any better sense than to holler out here in the middle of nowhere?
I just can't get no further, Jasper. I'm plumb tuckered out.
Well, you got a lot more to go, so you might just as well get used to it.
We ain't gonna do no good in the dark. You can count on that, especially since we don't know the territory.
Okay. Stay here tonight, Briggs, if you want to. Mr. Hawks and I are going on ahead.
Are you gonna let him talk to me like that, Jasper?
Now, hold it, both of you. No sense you getting your feathers ruffled over nothing. Briggs got a point. That's a pretty steep climb up that bluff. We might just be a little bit local trying to get there in the dark.
Give me that rifle and that flashlight so I can go on by myself.
Well, now, boy, you just go right on ahead and be a hero. That's what you want to do. But you're not taking my rifle or my light. Of course, if Briggs wants to give you his...
I ain't gonna give my gun and light to anybody. I need it for myself, for my own protection.
I see where I stand, but I'm still going on.
Boy, you haven't got as good sense as I give you credit for.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Hawks?
Now, look here, boy. It's gonna be daylight in a few hours. We can march through these woods all night without sleep. But come morning, we'll be so plumb tired we won't be alert enough to see what's happening. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You keep on talking stupid.
Cousin Hawks is right, son. Now, he's hunted all kinds of varmints all over the country. And he ain't gonna give you any misguidance.
I guess you're right. We've come quite a ways already. Maybe we better rest.
Best news I heard so far.
Well, you two fellas turn too. I'm gonna stand lookout for a while.
Cousin Hawks, you reckon that varmint's out there somewheres in the dark, waiting for us to fall asleep?
I don't reckon that varmint's anywhere near hollering distance. But I'm not taking any chances.
I wonder if Chris is still...
Oh, she's all right, boy. Well, look. That critter wanted to kill her. He done down by the graveyard. No, sir. You find out she's perfectly all right. We gotta make tracks good and fast come morning.
What do you think they're doing with it?
There's no sense worrying about that tonight. You'll find all the answers in the morning.
What are they going to do? They're probably going hunting. They'll leave their baby here to watch us.
Looks so different from the others.
It could be a hybrid.
Hybrid?
Yes. One of his parents had to be a creature, and the other might have been human.
Well, you're guessing right. Trying to throw us off the track, crossing that stream. Up this cliff. You can't fool Jasper B. Hawks.
How far away do you think they are, Mr. Hawks?
We're a spell ahead of them yet. But even that creature's got to rest sometime. There's no sign anywhere, even stop, let alone bedded down.
I surely do hope your cycle buddies are on the way.
They'll be along.
There we go. Goes right up there into those mountains. You know, Briggs, if I had my blue ticks and red bones here, we just sit back and let those owls flush that critter out of the thicket. Briggs, you get on ahead of us a piece.
Cousin Hawks, if I see that thing, I get to take a shot at it?
You just let me decide that when the time comes. Get on up there. We got a lot of ground to cover. There's that peculiar odor. Musty smell. Did you smell it, Briggs?
No, Jasper, I don't smell nothing.
Oh, you wouldn't. All you can smell is you. Something around here. It's coming from right over there.
Well, I wish to never.
Well, I'll be a two-headed calf. Will you look at that? Briggs, we got a fortune on our hands here. Pretty soon the world will be bidding us thousands of dollars.
Knock it off, Hawks. We're up here to rescue my girl, remember?
Get her all right, boy.
You just let me wing him, Jasper.
You catch in the head. You wing one of those critters, be like being in a cage with a wounded bar. No. We'll follow him. Find out where the girl is first. Come on.
Why don't we just quit, Jasper? We done lost the track.
We come up here to find that critter, and we're going to find it.
Now, how do you know it didn't just go down the other side?
We don't, boy. But it's got to live somewhere, and I got a hunch it's right up there.
Jasper, my old legs ain't holding out too good.
Well, they better, because we're not quitting until we find it.
But doggone,
we're sitting on $1 million, Briggs, and it's right up there.
When we find it, Mr. Hawks, I want you to shoot it.
Now, hold on, boy. Not if I don't have to. That critter's worth more alive to me than dead.
You can always stuff it, take it on tour. People pay to see that.
You just worry about those legs of yours not giving out. And you do anything crazy like shooting at it, I'm going to skin you alive and stuff you. You look mighty pretty halfway through the wall over my mantelpiece.
You're so anxious to catch that critter alive. Just how do you plan to do it?
When that time comes, boy, if it comes, then I'll show you. Come on. Doggone it, old legs. Slave driver.
Fellas. Sheriff.
Good morning, Nellie.
Morning, Sheriff. Hank.
How you doing, fellas?
Howdy, Sheriff. How you all?
Ah, it's good seeing you two again. What brings you up here in these parts?
Well, I was talking to your dad on the phone last night, and some boy who was real excited about seeing things. Hank and I just took a ride up to check it out. Where's your dad?
You just missed him. He had to go down to the county seat on business. But Pa told me about that boy who called you last night. Well, he left with a couple of peddlers. Hard telling where he went.
Well, they're going to have mighty tough going if they head on up into that high country.
I sure wish your dad was around. Deer season opens soon, and I plan on being right here for opening day.
Great.
Sheriff? Yeah. You know that crossing up by the old sawmill?
I sure do.
I just spotted a 10-pointer and a couple of does up there.
Well, thank you, Hard Rock. I'll have a look.
You're welcome.
Here are your victuals, Hard Rock. This ought to hold you and Fallen Star for quite a spell.
Give 'em to Slim.
Yeah, hurry
Nellie.
up. Slim, that's it, boy.
Thank you,
Here's the
Nellie.
other box.
Oh, hey, hi, Hard Rock. Thank you, Hank. Bye, Nellie. See you, Sheriff.
Bye.
Bye.
Fellas, that's nothing. Last night, I seen a 12-pointer right in back of the store.
Oh, Cyrus, you can have that sawmill. I just sit out here in back and wait for that 12-pointer.
Sheriff? I mean, Cyrus. I'm kind of inclined to believe that boy who called you last night. I really think he did see something. He was very upset.
I don't know. If there's any trouble, we'll hear from the ranger station.
Yeah. They probably just took off and went on their way.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Hank. That boy's cycle is still parked out front.
I seen that sickle parked out there. One of them fancy rigs. I bet that thing must have cost $100.
He'll be back for it sooner or later. You tell your dad I'm sorry I missed him. I'll see you Friday night.
Cyrus, please don't forget your stogies. You get mighty mean to live with when you run out.
Almost forgot what it came after. See you Friday. Bye.
Bye, Cyrus. Hank, for you.
Thank you, Nellie. Bye.
Bye.
You know, Nellie, sometimes I think that Hard Rock's seeing things. I think he's getting senile. I've been working up there around that logging place up there for a long spell. I ain't never seen no deer up there as big as he said they was.
Henry, nobody believes them creature stories either. But I know there's something mighty peculiar up there. Henry, did you know that Hard Rock had one too many cards?
Wow.
Jeez, look at this.
What is it?
Bravi, as he sure is big and ugly.
That's a gorilla, stupid.
That's the kind of creature that Rick was talking about?
I guess so. Well, you can count me out. What do you mean? You're going after one of them things, you gotta be kidding. We're split. What do you think, Wheels? Let him go. Then let's get moving.
I don't know. Looks like we're in for a long haul, though. Hey, Wheels, get a hold of that old shack over there. They got an Indian girl sitting out in front of it. Let's take a look. I'm walking.
Howdy, Pop. What you all doing up here?
We lost one of our buddies. Then he called us and said something about some big creature taking his girl.
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch who?
What's that mean?
That's Indian talk. Or Bigfoot.
Bigfoot?
Ain't so funny, fellas. Them creatures are up there on top, somewhere.
Then it's true?
Taken from old Hard Rock. A couple of years ago, he was up in the hills. He saw one of them.
I hear the noise and smell the musky odor. And I looked up and I saw some kind of a strange creature, all covered over with hair. Almost 9 foot high. He grabbed me, but I pulled away. But I lost this.
I'd keep away from up there if I were you folks. Why, even the Indians out here won't go up in that high country.
Mister, we ain't got much choice.
Tell you what, you're set on going up there. Maybe me and Slim can go along too. Maybe we can help you out. Go in the store, get my coat and my shotgun. Don't worry, honey. We'll be back.
Chicha, waka chicha.
What's that mean?
That's soothe. For bad medicine.
Let's get moving.
Here, there's enough of us now. Maybe I can settle an old score. You ready, Slim?
I'm with you, Hard Rock.
Follow me. I know a shortcut up to the top here.
Hey, wait! Well, Field, look at this, baby! Dynamite. Where'd you get it?
Back of the shack, man. They got plenty of it back.
That's been back there for years.
I don't care. I'm gonna take it along just in case.
Well, we better get moving.
What are those critters going to do with us?
They don't seem to have much use for men. They'll probably kill all of you.
Well, that remains to be seen. Jasper B. Hawk's been in a lot of tight spots. He always got out of them.
Well, you better do something pretty fast, Cousin Hawks. I don't like the way them critters is looking at us.
What are they doing?
I don't think they mean to hurt you, honey. No. You was in that force you wanted to.
Please, no.
After knowing all, why don't you tell us?
Now, don't sweat it, Sheriff. We get the same reports about them creatures up here that you do. Ah, come on, Cyrus. If I was you, I'd go ahead and go hunting. After all, you haven't missed an opening day for years. No news here. There's a report of a small private plane missing up here somewhere, but we haven't found it yet. Nothing gets by us up here. Take it from me, right? Sure. All right. Okay. Just take it easy, Cyrus.
Sheriff, here's your reports for the day.
Well, thank you, Sally. They look good. And thanks for staying over.
You will.
Bye.
Good night.
Sally.
See you in the morning.
You know, Cyrus, that might not be so darn funny at that. I've gotten a few of them calls when I've been here alone at night.
I've been sheriff of this county going on to 20 years. And if I believed all them stories about people seeing those creatures, I'd be plumb loco chasing them out.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey, look at this. Here's a guy they're really after. And we know he exists. They had him in jail for a year.
Bad check writer, huh? Well, he won't cash any of that bad reading at Bennett's. Why, he come through here, Bennett'd be the first one to let us know there's a stranger cashing checks.
How about clean the rest of our guns?
Sure.
I'm going home and get some rest. I need some...
Cyrus, let's take a gander up there tomorrow. Could be that young fella just might be on the level.
Fresh air will feel good. Been looking like rain, though, lately. Weather's really unpredictable this time of year. But we'll take a ride. Hey, give me my favorite 20-gauge Remington automatic there, will you?
Creature, Cyrus?
Rabbits.
Briggs. Can't you let a man get a little shut-eye, Jasper?
This is no time to sleep, you fool. You know, Briggs, we got it made. Millions.
Where were you driving at?
that baby quit over there. That brings his money. A whole lot of money. Oh, maybe not as much as Bigfoot, but this will go up. And it'll be ours. All ours. Yours and mine.
Well, now is a hell of a time to talk about business.
That's the difference in our upbringing. That's why I got a successful selling business and you're working for me.
Well, if you're so successful, why do we spend our time sleeping in that station wagon instead of in one of them fancy cabin camps?
You stick with me and you maybe one day own one of them fancy cabin camps. Maybe a whole string of them.
How do you figure that?
Remember all the money we made in that carnival? That big snake from South America? All those people paid 50 cents just to see it.
Oh, yes, I remember that, Cousin Hawks. You know, that old snake hadn't have died, we'd have been rich by now.
We got something here to make more money than that snake ever could. It lived to be 100 years old.
Yeah. Mr. Clemens said that we'd come back to the carnival if we ever found anything else interesting.
We don't need any broken-down carnival manager to take the cream off this deal. I can see it now. The Jasper B. Hawks Traveling Show. With the greatest spectacle of all time. The missing link.
Oh. Yeah, but first I'd like to get out of here. And then hear more about it.
You just got no imagination.
You hear that?
There's a lot bigger critters than that in Castle Hawk. You heard what they said about the bird in the hand. Come through them bushes there, now. There may be more of them now.
Jasper, why don't you tie that critter up so he won't attack me again?
That's a mighty good idea. Here. Give me.
No.
Come on, give it to me.
Why did you use that pretty handkerchief you got there?
That's no handkerchief. That's a fine, expensive paisley shawl. I'm not going to use that. Come on, give it to me. Come on. You look better without a tie anyway. You should have that Lord Byron look. Come on, give it to me. You don't change a button in your coat. You can't anyway. You're too fat. Come on, come on. Come on, hold still, little monkey. Oh, I shouldn't call you a monkey, should I? Now, take time. Come on, hold still. I'll wallop you. Here we go. Much obliged. You're right. Good enough. Let's get back to the others. Maybe we can get a chance to one of the big critters.
You're crazier than a loon, Cousin Hawks.
I ain't to be a rich man, Briggs. Now, come on. We got them critters on the run.
Not with me, you ain't. The only place that I'm a-going is back to the car.
You just do that, Briggs. When I get a hold of another of those creatures, don't you come round wanting your half interest.
Not on your tintype, I won't.
Well, who come along with me?
We're with you, mister. Right, Hard Rock?
Come on, Rick. Let's get her down the hill.
Wheels. Thanks.
Wait a minute, boy. Wait a minute. I'll pay any one of you. Anyone who comes with me, I'll pay you.
Now, friend, that makes a difference.
That's more like it.
I'm with you if you're paying money.
Money? You ain't seen the likes of the money I'm going to pay you. I may be a Johnny Reb, but this ain't Confederate money. Oh, come on. Fly up ahead. Come on. He's bigger than all of them. And sure enough, he's Bigfoot. The eighth wonder of the world. Come on, let's go get him. Yes, sir. Oh, Will. Hey, wait for me. That's my kid up there. I'm gonna kill my critter. I need $100. No, $500. The man that takes him alive. Blame idiot, I said alive. that critter. My poor critter. I'll never get him now.
Well, Slim, we finally got him.
It wasn't you, mister. It was Beauty did him in.
Come on, Hard Rock. I guess it's all over now.
Yeah.
Do you think he's really dead?
Now, young lady, don't you look so sad? Jasper B. Hawks is right here to offer you the opportunity of a lifetime.
What do you mean, Mr. Hawks?
Now, my dear, I've been connected with some of the greatest phenomena of show business in the last few decades.
What has that got to do with me?
Well, now, I'll just tell you, little flower, you and me are going to make $1 million.
We are? How?
It's very simple. Just you and me together.
But...
Now, just you put your faith in Jasper B. Hawks. We're tour the country, the continent, everywhere, where people all over the world will gladly pay a pretty penny. Not only to contemplate the delectable contours of your effulgent beauty, but also to hear all about the thrills and chills and risks you endured while you was a captive of these yet-to-be-classified Bigfoot critters. It exists right here on this great earth. I can see it now. Beauty and the Beast.
All right, that was Bigfoot from 1970. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was stupid. You couldn't see a lot of it because of the quality of the film and the copy of the video file itself were both pretty shitty. Although I don't imagine you would have been able to see too much on a perfect, crisp film copy of this, if such a thing even does exist in the world still. But yeah, that is it for tonight, and I will thank you guys once again for joining me for Cheap Thrills Theater. This is always fun for me to do, and I'm always happy to have a few people watch the movie with me, and next week we'll have another feature. So, yeah, that's it. And until next week, in the immortal words of Mike Ward, stay cheap. You guys have a good night.